The Sendai Framework for Disaster Risk Reduction was adopted on 18 March 2015 at the 3rd UN World Conference on Disaster Risk Reduction in Sendai, Japan. It was endorsed 3 months later by the UN General Assembly. The Sendai Framework is a call to action over the next 15 years to make the world a safer place and to reduce the risk of man-made and natural hazards. It is designed specifically to achieve the substantial reduction of disaster risk and losses in lives, livelihoods and health. Preventing new and emerging risk and reducing existing risk is essential to any substantial reduction in disaster losses. It has 4 main priorities. Priority 1. Understanding disaster risk is about ensuring that policies and practices for disaster risk management are based on a clear understanding of vulnerability and exposure to hazards. Priority 2. Strengthening disaster risk governance means having a clear strategy, strong institutions, laws and budget to ensure the efficient management of disaster risk. Priority 3. Investing in disaster risk reduction for resilience includes public and private investment in measures which will prevent and reduce losses. Priority 4. The importance of disaster preparedness and building back better after a disaster strikes. The Sendai Framework sets out 7 targets to measure progress in achieving a substantial reduction of disaster risk. Target 1. To substantially reduce global disaster mortality by 2030. Between 2005 and 2015, over 700,000 people around the world lost their lives from disasters. Target 2. To substantially reduce the number of affected people globally by 2030. In the last 10 years, over 1.4 million people were injured and 24 million have been made homeless. Target 3. Reduce direct disaster economic loss in relation to GDP. $1 invested in resilient infrastructure can save $7 or more in response and recovery costs. Target 4. Reduce damage to infrastructure and disruption to basic infrastructure. The Sendai Framework also sets targets for increasing the number of countries with disaster risk reduction strategies, increasing international cooperation to developing countries, and substantially increasing public access to early warning systems. The Sendai Framework is a critical part of the post-2015 development agenda. It supports the 17 Sustainable Development Goals and the Climate Change Agreement. Everyone has a stake in disaster risk reduction. Each state has the primary responsibility. But all citizens need to be engaged and risk-informed. Together, we can all make a difference.